So welcome back to this chapter where we are going to talk about the second type of present tense. Okay, so the first type, I hope you gave your assignments. It was very, very important. So now the second part of the chapter is describe if something usually or always happens. That also will come under simple present tense. Usually what happens, for example, and there are two ways to, there is one way to write it. You can just use the verb form, just the normal form of the verb or the S form of the verb. For example, goes, drives, right, moves, and all that. Now here, what is interesting for you to note is that there is no auxiliary verb. You must not use any helping verb here. What are helping verbs? Was, is, are, am, is, have, has, all of those. You're not going to use them. So something which usually happens, or let's say always happens, mostly it happens in throughout your life or somebody else's life or somewhere else, it always happens, then you can just use this form. Example, I play guitar. So when you say I play guitar, you basically mean to say that I always play guitar. He knows driving. See, the S form of the verb came. Know is a verb, knows. So he, after he comes knows. Okay. Ravi goes to school at 9 a.m. It means that Ravi always goes to school at 9 a.m. They know how to jump. It means that they just know, they always know how to jump. We can complete the assignment. Complete is a verb. We can complete the assignment means we usually complete the assignment. Right? So this is where, if you notice, there is no auxiliary verb used anywhere. Why? Because you're basically explaining something which usually happens. And to explain that, you don't need any helping verb. You just need the verb or the S form of the verb. And the present tense of the verb, you know that there are three basic forms of the verb, right? For example, go, went, gone. Now go is present, went is past, and gone is past participle, right? We'll talk about that later on. But basically, you will need the present tense of the verb, the first form. There are three forms, first, second, third, usually they say, right? So you'll use the first form of the verb or the S form of the verb, and you can describe it. All right. Now here, many people make a mistake that they use S after the pronouns I, we, and they. For example, you can never say that I calls him. You can never say that. S form cannot come after I. Okay. So what will happen? So you will say I call him. That means I usually call him. Yeah. So you cannot say we plays together. Right? That would be wrong English. So it will be we play together. There will not be any S form. They goes to school. That's incorrect. What is the correct form? They go to school. So just remember, never use the S form of the verb after these three pronouns, I, we, and they. Rest everywhere, you can use the S form of the verb. If you're using a name, you can definitely use the S form of the verb. Yeah. Similarly, if you're using, let's say, an animal or an object, you can definitely use the S form of the verb. But you cannot use the S form of the verb after I, we, and they. Please remember this, because I have seen so many of you making this mistake. So right now, I would prefer you to go ahead and type down 40 sentences of just using this formula. Okay, trying to describe something which always happens. Okay, go ahead and type down 40 sentences, and then we will move on to the next part of the present tense. Thank you so much. See you there.